there was a lot to work with there. And I just want to say, this is going to get canceled. But listen, with the Asperger's, try some different seasoning. You know, just I've had Asperger's before. You know, not that kind of Asperger. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Is the guy that I was seeing at the time thought that it would be funny if he like had a whole nude day, and he decided to barbecue. Now, mind we had a whole lot of land, and he would pee off the porch because that's a southern thing. He was from Georgia, and he decided he was going to barbecue. He was going to barbecue nude. And I promise you, I don't know how high he was that day, but he thought it was just the best idea. He ended up covered up in barbecue sauce. It was like he was squeezing it.
Ew.
Yeah. Right? That was the only thing that got squeezed that day. I promise you that. I promise you that. But the burgers here are amazing. That's what I had, and it was so good.
The wings are amazing.
Are the wings good?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. You guys want to hear a story about wings? You want to hear Storytime with Lola?
All right.
Yeah?
Okay.
You're the only person. We got 2 people that want to hear Storytime. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you a story anyway, so suck it up and listen. This is a story that involves chicken. And a friend of mine who is a Farty friend. And I feel like I talked about this. I hate this mic. I just want you guys to know that. And it's the only mic that I hate. I had a boyfriend named Mike. And I would put my mouth on him, and he sounded better. I promise you that. He said, oh, I got 2 mics in the mouth. Let's try this one. Is this better? It feels better. It's a little smaller, so that works better for me. Got a little further. So I was telling you, first I was telling you story time, then I was telling you about Mike, and I'll tell you about Mike later, because he's another good story. We've got a lot of good stories. But let me talk to you about my Farty friend. I don't know if it's the mic or what's going on. It might be something else. Or I'm hallucinating, which is also a possibility, because I had mushrooms on my burger. I forgot what kind they were. Right, so, does anyone else have a friend who's flatulent? Does anyone know the word flatulent? It means when air exudes itself from your rear end. That's flatulent. Did you know that? Dictionary day. You did? No? Do you have a flatulent friend?
I am the flatulent friend.
Oh! Okay, I got a girlfriend for you. I got a girlfriend for you. I am not gonna name my flatulent friend, but I'm gonna tell you a story about her. Well, let me preface this by, here's how you know she's a flatulent friend. I'm just gonna start screaming, fuck this mic. Wait, no, there was another mic who I'd fuck, not this one. But, yeah, so here's how you know if your friend is flatulent. She's passive aggressive. So, like, if you're arguing with her about what you want to watch on TV, you know, like you're on Netflix, like, I want to watch this. She's like, no, I want to watch this. And you're like, no, I want to watch this. She will, like, reach over, like, she's got a scratch. Like, you know, you're sitting on the sofa, and she's like, oh, I got a scratch. And then you're like,
oh my God.
You know? And then it's like, God damn. Really? Like, this is not the first time that this has happened. This is passive-aggressive friend farting. But, one time, we were at her house. Now, my friend lives down in Newton. Does anyone know where Newton is?
Yes.
Yeah, we got 2 people. Okay, let me tell you where it is. It's down, like, on the way to Charlotte. Does anyone know where Boone is?
Yes.
Yeah, we're talking like an hour, and the way she drives, because she drives slow, we're talking about like 2.5 hours. So she wants to go up to Boone, and the reason she wants to go to Boone is she is a pothead. She likes to smoke marijuana. She likes Mary J a lot. I mean, she happens to like eat pussy, so that explains part of it, right? But so she wanted to take this trip up to Boone to get weed, and I'm like, fuck no, we're not going all the way up there. And she's like, no, that's where they got the good stuff. They got the good stuff. It smells so good. It's like that skunk weed and all that. And I'm like, I don't feel like taking that drive. So she says, oh, I forgot something in the house. So I said, okay. She gets out of the car, and as she shuts the door, this wave of napalm ass fart just smashes me in the face. And I'm like, like it was so bad. Like I was giving birth. Is how bad it was. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, let me try to describe the smell to you. If you smell a dead skunk who gave birth to a stillborn cat and then dipped it in baby shit,
Oh no.
that's what this smelled like, okay? It was bad. And here I am. I'm rolling down the window, and I've got my head out the window, like, trying to breathe, right? Explain to me why. Okay, y'all have heard of, like, laughing gas? This was stupid gas. I was so struck by this. I like stuck my head out the window. Bitch, I am parked. I am sitting in her driveway. Please explain to me why I did not get out of the car to breathe some fresh air. I was stuck on stupid. So she takes a while. She takes a while in the house, and I'm thinking she went in there to change her pants. You know, like it was so bad. I really was afraid to like touch the seat and see what was happening. The smell was lingering, you know. Well, so she gets back in the car. She did not change her pants. I don't know. I guess she just likes wet, farty panties. But yeah. So she gets back in and she looks me in the eye, like she looks me dead in the eye, like meaningfully, you know. And I'm like, okay, she's gonna apologize for what she just put me through. And she goes, "You good?"
Oh my God.
Like, no, bitch, I am not good. Do you understand what you just? I was in Nazi Germany. Like, you put me in the damn. Like, I was done. And I'm like, no, I'm not good. But I'm just like, my car still smelled by the time she got back in. And there's only like 3 things that can like out-smell her butt. One of them is fried chicken. One of them is hot dogs, right? You know, oh, good grilled hot dog, it's got that good smell. And the other one is weed. So we ended up driving up to Boone. Because I was like, we're going to get all 3. We on a mission. So she got her way. This is my best friend, got her way. We drove up to Boone. And she got higher than a kite. I mean, she was bad.
Woo!
Right? Well, I drove the way up there. Now, the way down from Boone is this like long, windy kind of path down there. And I'm like, I am not driving. It's not going to happen. So she hands me this bag. We're talking like about a 1/4 ounce of weed. And she's like, here, roll me a blunt. Now, I'm certainly not going to say that I smoke weed while I'm up here, but I will say I know how to roll a blunt because I went to college. I'm just going to say that. So I'm sitting in the car, she's like, roll me a blunt. Now, she'd already done smoke with the weed, man. So I'm like, okay, rolling the blunt, like, looking at like a typewriter. You know what I'm talking, like you peel stuff off, you put the paper in. So I'm rolling the blunt. Now we pass a car that got stopped by the police. And I'm thinking like, what a bad night. Like this is and I said this to her, I said, what a shitty night. And I said, actually, you know what, I'm gonna tell you a story. So I tell her the story. I want to tell you guys the story because the story's kind of Lola. I was driving down from DC. I did a show up in DC. Storytime. And I'm flying. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm exhausted. I'm trying to get back down here. And I'm driving quickly. Well, this car comes out of nowhere. It comes flying up the road, and I'm thinking, oh my God, it's a cop. I'm going to get pulled over. This is shitty. I've had a great night. I don't want this to happen. Well, the car keeps flying. There's no lights, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm good. So I set my cruise control back at 105, and I'm just like, all right, we're doing this. The car is still flying. And then it gets right next to me, and he's just driving right along with me at 105, and I'm thinking like, what is this, a radio station, or, you know, what's happening? So I look over after about a minute and a half, and I'm just like, hey, you know, waving at him like, what's up? You want a date? We both drive fast. What's happening? I'm single. And instead of speeding up or waving back, he slows down. I hate this mic. He slows down, and then he gets behind me. And I'm like, okay, he's gonna flash his lights at me, his little high beams, and try to tell me to pull over. He had me pull over all right. He was a damn cop. Blue light, whoop, whoop. And I was like, son of a bitch. Now here's the problem. I knew I was going to get pulled over at this point. I knew I was, definitely going to get a ticket, maybe go to jail. I don't know if you know, but I was going way over the speed limit. Like 30 over, that's jail time. So I pull over. He says, are you in a hurry? And I explained to him, like, yes, sir. I just did a show. I'm a comic, and, I'm on my way home, all this, that, the next thing. He goes, okay, well, do you know why I pulled you over? And I said, well, I presume you want to sell me tickets to the state trooper's ball. And he says, ma'am, state troopers don't have no balls.
Oh!
And I had this smile on my face like, shit, I'm definitely done for now. So he looks at me and shakes his head. And he walks back to the car. And I'm like, fuck. And he drives off.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm like, hell yeah. Absolutely. I'm happy as a clam and shit. So I put my car back on 105 and I'm going down. I'm like, got it. So I tell my Farty friend this. She finds the story amusing because it is amusing. Now, the thing that I have not mentioned to you about my Farty friend is we are completely different. I drive fast. She drives slow. She's very cautious. I'm like in and out of traffic, like dodging and weaving, like the police is already after me. But she's slow. Now, when she's high, she's even slower. And I'm talking 25 and a 45 slow. Like just asking to be pulled over.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's bad. So this night in particular, she was really high and she was driving really slow. And what do you think happens but we get pulled over? Yeah, apparently you can't drive 25 and a 45 without being suspect as shit.
Oh no.
So she looks at me and she says, I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, oh no. Oh fucking no, don't do this. But the problem is I have this quarter ounce of weed on my lap. I don't know if y'all have ever seen movies where it's all funny, like eat the weed, eat the weed. It fucking is not like that. It is not like that. This was like sticky weed, you know, so it's like I'm trying to eat it. I am not going to get hemmed up for this charge. And it is like, it's sticking, so I'm like, grab it. Trying to swallow it. Before the cops get there. And it was really bad. Like, I don't know what to do. And then the bag also smells like weed. I'm like, this is not good. How am I going to handle this shit? So I stuck it in my panties. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not trying to say my panties smell, but I wear a lot of perfume, so we were okay.
Oh
No, but so
my
listen.
god.
So, I mean, I licked the bag first. It was clean. I was like,
Oh my god.
it was good. But I've still got this weed in my mouth when the cop comes up. When the cop comes up to the window and he says, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" No, I'm lying. He says, "Everything okay?" And then he looks at me because I'm like, still trying to swallow and not trying to say a word because I feel like it's still in there. Like, y'all ever had broccoli and you get like little specks of broccoli, like in your teeth still? Yeah, I'm thinking like I got specks of weed in my teeth. You know, like I can still feel the seeds back in here. It's not good. So I'm just like, you good? So, well, he says, "Well, do you know why I pulled you over?" To my Farty friend. And she said, "Well, it's the Lenore police."
Oh no.
She said, "Well, you wanted to sell me tickets to your balls?"
Oh my god.
Yeah. And now I'm just looking like my eyes are bug-eyed, like as hell. I'm like, she just did that so wrong. So wrong. And the cop, this was not a nice cop. This cop was unhappy, so his first response was, "Step out of the car, ma'am."
Oh
And I'm like, shit. This is not going to go well. So he gets her out of the car, and she's on the back now, like spread eagle like this.
no.
And then he comes around to my side, and he's like, "Would you mind getting out of the car?" And I'm like, and he's like, "Please step out of the car." So I'm like, okay. Now I'm walking like this, and I'm afraid you can hear the slosh of the back in my panties.
The crinkle.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried, but you know, it was wet. So from my tongue, don't get any ideas in there, Megan. Just, you know. So I get back there. Now he doesn't make me spread eagle or anything. I'm just standing there like paranoid as shit. Not because I smoke weed, of course. I was just paranoid. No, because I'm normally paranoid. Right. So he's like, "I'm gonna search your car. Do you have a problem with that?" And she's like, "Do you have a warrant, officer?"
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm like, keep talking shit. This is a good idea. So they bring the police dog out. And I happen to think that police officers can make their dogs respond because he didn't do anything when he walked by me. And I know I must have somehow still had that scent on my breath. And if dogs have that smell, they could have smelled it down there. But then I had the dog walk around. The dog did not respond and didn't do it. It's like, sit down. But then they decided they were gonna search her car. I promise you, everything she owned was on the dirt. She had dirty laundry and her panties were strewn about.
Oh no.
She had dirty socks that were thrown. Stuff was just sitting everywhere. It was a mess. So the cop comes back and he looks her in the face and says, you know what, that's some foul shit. I'm like, what is he talking about? He said, your car smells like fried chicken, fart, and feet.
Oh my
Get on your way. Get out of here. So I was like, well, that worked. Only time I've ever been happy to have a farty friend. Yeah, story time with Lola. There we go. Yeah. So let's see. I know that took a while, but I'm gonna grab another paper out of here because all of y'all in the audience want to hear something. I know you do. Let's see. What do we got here? Bratty kids. Well, we done talked about farty people and bratty kids. Do you guys think that bratty kids intentionally pee on things?
Yes.
You know, like, oh, I'm having an accident. They're as bad as farty friends. They will pee. They'll in the house, please go potty before we go. They will get in the car and they will piss everywhere. I want a snack, Mommy. No, we'll have a snack later. It's time for dinner. Everywhere. You get him into the store. Mommy, I have to have it. Gotta have this toy. No, you've got enough toys. Everywhere. And then they say the most awful things. Like, kids got, what do they say? Kids say the darndest things. No, they don't. They know what they're saying. They think hard about this stuff, and they pull it out. I can't think of all of the hard things that I've heard children say, but I see that gleam in their eye. That little twinkle, like, oh, you put me in timeout? Oh, you whipped my ass out one time? Watch this, hold my beer. So, that's what I've got to say about bratty kids. Hope that was funny. Nobody laughed, so fuck y'all. Clearly nobody's got bratty kids at home, because those are facts. All right. Oh, yay, I'm so excited. Our next comic coming up to the stage. She's a good friend of mine. I love her. She's fucking hilarious. So please be prepared to be a bratty child and pee your pants. Because it's going to happen. It's going down like Megan.
Yes,
wait,
bitch.
Sorry.
Yes.
Coming to the stage is